Meteor, the sudden destruction. I think I was gonna spice up a little bit. All right, so everyone knows what a meteor is, right? Good. So you save me a few minutes. All right, so why am I doing this topic? A little over 20 years ago, I was in my third floor apartment in the south side of Chicago. It was night, and there was a flash of light. And I looked out the window, and I saw like 3 or 4 small glowing orbs. I would say they were all in unison, traveling across the night sky over the skyline, red, green, blue, and they disappeared over the horizon. Later on that night, there was a news report that said a lot more people saw the same thing. Neighboring states even saw it. As far-fetched as this may seem, it's not unlikely. Our planet is constantly bombarded by meteors. One resource says, by the Planetary Science Institute, it gives an estimate over 500 meteor impacts per year. So I'm telling you all this is because I believe that one day in the near future, we're going to get hit with a big one. And it's going to be far more dangerous than COVID-19 and much more sudden than 9/11 or unexpected. So the question I have to each one is to ask themselves, what are you going to do in a global emergency? And I emphasize global emergency because, quite frankly, I don't think it's nothing you or me can do in a global emergency. And I emphasize global emergency because, quite frankly, I don't think it's nothing you or me can do in a global emergency, except maybe pray to whoever God you believe in and hope to be accounted worthy to escape. I mean, we're talking about a worldwide global emergency, a planet-killing meteor. So what can you do? But that's not always the case. It's not always a planet-killing meteor. So I'm going to give you 2 possible scenarios of what could happen. Number 1, impact. So this is basically what it says. The meteor comes in trajectory with Earth and it smashes directly into the planet, causing localized destruction. The meteor is not big enough to be a planet killer to wipe off all life, but that's enough to destroy that area there. So now we're doing number 2. The second scenario is, let's see, how can I do this? I call this the Slingshot Effect. So what happens in this case, the meteor misses Earth, but is caught in the Earth's gravitational pull and is slingshot past. Now you may say, oh, that's the one you want, right? You want that one to happen. But unfortunately, this scenario poses more damage than the first. You got fragments that will break off this meteor, and as the fragments break off, they rain down fire, hail, and brimstone. It'll spark wildfires. It'll burn up the farmlands. 1/3 of Earth could be affected. It'll burn up the farmlands. 1/3 of Earth could be affected. Both scenarios cause massive deaths, famine, and war as starving nations fight for survival, and not to mention the cannibalistic gangs that raid the city. So my warning to you is this. Prep now. Survival kits, non-perishable food, medicine, suitable shelter, preferably below ground. It's possible you can survive or even ride out this overflowing scourge. Don't count on your government to rescue you right away. So I like to say this, as we prepare for day-to-day lives, just set a little time to prepare for emergencies. Anything could happen. And I like to this, as we prepare for day-to-day lives, just set a little time to prepare for emergencies. Anything could happen. And I like to close with this. The first angel sounded his trumpet, and what followed was hail, fire, mingled with blood. They were cast upon the earth. 1/3 of the earth was burned up. 1/3 of the trees was burned up. And all green grass was burned up. You can find that in Revelation chapter 8, verse 7. Recognize it, yes. So, with that, thank you for your time, and good luck.